How we getting on, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We are back today with a new Sunday sessions video. If you guys are new to this series, it's basically where we choose a few pairs that we feel hold good potential for the coming week, and we break down some of the analysis that we have performed, giving you guys a good idea on how we are looking to tackle the markets. Now, as always, this style of video is great for those beginners looking to learn a working strategy, but it's also good for those veterans that are just wanting an insight from another professional. Now, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. As always, the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. And if you have any questions or queries with regards to the analysis that I go through today, then please leave those in the comments below. Now, there's a few pairs I'm going to go over in today's video. I'm going to start off with the Euro US dollar, and then we're going to move over to the US dollar, Japanese yen, and so on and so forth. So with all of that being said, let's jump straight into today's Sunday sessions video. As I said, we are starting off with the Euro to the US dollar. This is one of my favorite pairs to trade, something that I trade on a very frequent basis, and I'm actually preparing to place a new position in this market this week. So you can see here we've had a recent break of structure to the downside. The reason why this is a break of structure is because this low here went on to create the highest highs within this bullishness. The fact that this low has now been broken on the 4-hour time frames suggests to me that now price is ready to actually trade us in a bearish way. Now, you might be wondering, well, if this suggests longer term bearish structure, why are you looking to go long in this market? And the reason for that is because what I'm actually expecting price to do now is put in a corrective wave to trade us back up to set a lower high before going on to set lower lows in this market. Because you can see, I mean, this market has been trading us bullish for some time now. We've had a break in the extreme higher time frame low that was set in the market as well, so that just gives us even more confluence to suggest further bearishness. But what I am wanting to see is some kind of corrective wave to be put in, trade us into a valid area of supply to set that lower high before going on to set a new bearish leg to the downside. So ultimately, we want to take part in the corrective wave that should follow and should take place over the course of this week. Now, if we just go to the daily time frames, you can see here that what I've got highlighted out is actually a last sell to buy region. This suggests bearish pressure within this bullish wave. And what we want to see is price trade down and into this to clear that area of demand before price can continue to push higher. Now, in terms of a take profit target, there is a buy to sell region just here. So this may be a good point or a good place to put our take profit, because price may trade all the way up and into this to set that lower high before going on to set a new lower low. So we just draw out our path. You can see here, let's remove this one. You can see that we are delivered with clear bearish structure. So that's what I'm looking, and that's my vision for the coming weeks for the Euro US dollar. We simply just want to take part in this next corrective wave. So heading back down to the 1-hour time frames, I want to see price trade down into this area. We're looking at anywhere between 1.0825 and 1.0807. So I want to see price trade down, a fractal break of structure to the upside to give us the suggestion that this fractal correction here is finished, and then we can look to take part in that next leg to the upside. So if you are looking to take part in the Euro US dollar this week, I'd be looking to place some buy positions. Just ensure you are delivered with the right confirmation in order to place the positions. But ultimately, that is my analysis for the Euro US dollar market. Okay, heading over to the US dollar Japanese yen. So you can see here that the US dollar is now the base currency, whereas the Euro US dollar, it was obviously the quote currency. So our predictions for each market are the exact same. The trading direction is just the complete opposite. And the reason for that is because the US dollar is quote in one and base in another. So you can see here, price has traded us nicely into a supply zone on the 4-hour time frames. We've had clear rejection to the downside, which is great. And again, I'm expecting the same footprint and the same pattern to take place. I want to see price now go on to set a lower high somewhere within this area here before going on to continue trading us lower. So I'm looking for bearishness in this market and I'm looking for bullishness in this market. Same trading directions in the eyes of the base and quote currency, but obviously opposites down to the actual markets themselves. We're looking to buy into one and sell into another, which as a result means that we want to see weakness in the US dollar this coming week. So in order for me to look to actually go short in this market, I do want to see price trade us into this area. And what we can actually look to do is refine this zone. So I'm going to do that just to this last buy to sell region. This is a hidden order block here on the 1 hour time frames. I want to see price trade into this potential fractal breaker structure to the downside just to confirm the end of this correction, and then we can look to trade price lower down and into this demand zone before a potential push back up. Very quick and very basic analysis here on the US dollar Japanese yen. It's all that's needed, to be completely honest with you. What I will do is I'll mark out this zone for you all now, just so you guys can go and apply it to your own charts. It is on the 1 hour time frames, and what we're looking for is this wick that's being left down here, and it's clearly inefficient, and you can see that just by looking at the structure of the market. I will mark out the area for you just to make it a little bit easier. I'd look to set your take profit target somewhere around the 150.10 mark, just to be safe, guarantees that we can achieve this take profit target before any kind of reversal to the upside. That's my analysis for the US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, moving over to the XAU USD. So we're looking at gold here. If I'm being completely honest with you, I was expecting bearishness to take place. That's exactly what we have seen, as you can see here from the market itself. I obviously expected bullishness originally. We did actually take part in a buy trade here on the Tuesday the 29th. So this was a brilliant trade that we took part in. It was a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. So we made 4% from this position. This was our only profitable trade this week. We placed 2 positions. This was our profitable one, and then we lost 1% on a trade on the euro, I believe, the euro US dollar. So we ended the week 3% up. Nothing too crazy, but we still ended the week 3% up, which is still a very, very good result. Now, again, my thoughts on this market this week. If I'm being completely honest with you, I was obviously anticipating this move to the downside. I'm expecting some bearishness to be put into this market. Even more so now. However, the market is very up and down. And if we go to the higher time frames, you can see that at the moment, looking at the daily, price is really starting to slow down here on the daily time frames, whereas we had clear bullishness previous weeks. This past week has been very slow. Yes, it's been bullish, but it's been very slow. So this tells me that the demand in the market is running out. Supply is being introduced. So I am expecting a corrective wave to the downside to clear some of this inefficiency. But where can we look to take part in short positions? Well, again, this takes me back to my point. There's no clear area at which we could look to take part in. This here was a hidden order block. Price traded through that. This here is a fair value gap. Yes, price has reacted well to this fair value gap, trading just short of the 50% mark. But again, it just looks a bit odd to me at the moment. I don't really see any areas at which I'd be comfortable trading from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it this week, or at least for the next few days. I just want to see some clear direction with this market, clear rejections from key zones, and then we can look to take part. This here may be an area of interest, this hidden order block. Again, I just want to see price react to areas of supply or demand, giving us a clear bias and direction. This wasn't pointless analysis. This is me saying that as a professional trader and someone who takes part in the gold market, I don't feel comfortable trading this market this week. Not at the moment anyway, with the way that the market is reacting. So because of that, I'm not going to trade the market. It's very important to not force trades and place positions for the sake of placing positions. It's very important to keep your psychology under control, making sure that you are trading within line of your trading strategy and your trading plan, because when you don't, that's when you accrue losses and your trading experience takes a knock for the worst. As I say, this market I will be holding off at least for Monday, Tuesday. I just want to see some kind of structure being put in place before I look to take part in any shorts or long positions in this market. Okay, I'm going to finish off on the NAS100. This is a pair that I analyzed last week. And if you remember correctly, I did anticipate this market to be bearish the week of last week. Price delivered us with a structure that we wanted. You can see here that price put in bearish structure all week, which is amazing. So anyone who took part in short positions last week based on this analysis, you should have profited very well. This here was a 1 to 7 trading opportunity. It wasn't a trade that I sent out into my VIP chat, but it was a trade and it was analysis that I gave here on the Sunday sessions video. So I wouldn't count it as part of my profits for end of week just because I didn't send this out to my VIP clients. However, this was free analysis that was given here on the Sunday sessions video. We've got this hidden order block here. This is our last stop on the bus. If price continues to trade above this, then unfortunately it looks as though price is going to continue to trade us in a bullish way. Now, what are my thoughts for the coming week? I want to see a continuation in this bullishness, definitely. Trading us into a valid area of supply before a continuation to the downside. So here marks out a key zone, a key area of supply that I'd love to see price trade back up and into before continuing to trade us lower. So if you are looking to take part in this market this week, I would look for some short-term buys up and into the 20,358 mark before price goes on to trade us lower. Now, if you want to be safe with this market, I would just look for those short opportunities, as I do believe this is going to be a short market for some time now. As you can see, we've got a break of structure here. Even if we went down to the wick, a lot of people don't class that as a break of structure when it's the wick. It go down to the 4 hours, it's obviously a full candle. Clear break of structure to the downside. We are seeing weakness really being introduced and a lot of supply being introduced into this market. So this area would mark out a potential area to add to the shorts that we already have running. As for a longer term take profit target, we could set our take profit anywhere above the last higher time frame low that was set. So anywhere above 18,400. Anywhere above there, I'd say is a safe bet. Very quick analysis here on the NAS100. Simply look for short opportunities. You could look to buy into this corrective wave. Just be careful, as you would be trading against the prevailing trend. And as we know, the trend is our friend and we should always try to trade with it rather than against it. Now, that is actually going to summarize this Sunday sessions video. Very quick and very brief on the 4 pairs that I've gone over today. I don't feel like I needed to go into too much detail. I've given you some key zones and areas that you can look out for. Go ahead and mark them out for yourself. Be wary of the markets over the course of the next 2 weeks, just down to the election and everything that's going on in America. The markets are going to be extremely volatile, so it's very important that we're cautious with our trading decisions and ultimately wait for confirmation before placing trades. And if anything taken away from this video, make sure that you are placing positions based on thorough analysis that has plenty of confluence and confirmation, rather than just jumping in and out of trades that have or hold no volume. I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys that have watched this video. As I said at the start of the video, if you have any questions or queries with regards to my analysis today, please leave them in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed, don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. With all that being said, guys, again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next Sunday sessions video.